Hi everyone, this is Allison Bose. I hope you're doing well. This is my presentation on my SPED 741 case study student. My student's pseudonym is Mary Biggs. She is an 11th grade student who is diagnosed with a specific learning disability. She does come from a single parent home and qualifies for free and reduced lunch. But more importantly, Mary loves to play volleyball, and she's really good at it. And she loves going to school events with her friends and hanging out on the weekend. Her favorite subject in school is math, which is awesome because that's what I teach. And she is one of the sweetest, most loving kids that I've ever met. Her strengths that I discovered over the past several weeks. She performed really well on the phonics assessment, which is good considering that she's an 11th grade student. And she also did pretty well with the vocabulary. She got 96% of the vocabulary that she needed. Mary did have a couple of weaknesses. She didn't do very well on the fluency test. When she took her DORF assessment, her median score was 86, and it should have been around 120 words for her benchmark. So she is significantly below where she needed to be. That test was on a level 6 level, and she is in the 11th grade, so she struggled a lot with that assessment. She also struggled with the writing assessment. Mary wrote 50% of her sentences complete. Out of the 6 sentences that she wrote, 3 of them were simple sentences and 3 of them were non-sentences because they were missing some words. So she wrote 0 complicated sentences. So for Mary's interventions, I decided, since the fluency was the thing that Mary struggled with the most, that I was going to focus both of my lessons on the fluency aspect. When she did her fluency test, her DORF test, Mary's accuracy was really high, but she struggled with the pace of her reading. She read words well once she was able to decode them. So one of the things I wanted to focus on was emphasizing affixes and root words and base words so that reading multisyllabic words became easier for her. So one of the things that I plan to do as an intervention would be to read a passage and then go through and create flashcards of different prefixes and suffixes that we saw and different root words, and practice sounding those out so that she would know automatically what they were when she was looking at them. Then we would take those multisyllabic words and piece them together and break them apart so that she's able to recognize them quickly by reading the parts that she knows first. And then, of course, we would go back and reread the passage again and retime it and see if she did better. The other lesson that I would do with Mary is work on repeated reading, where I would spend time modeling fluent reading for her. I would read a passage. We would discuss some of the words that maybe I had trouble with or I missed, or as she was reading along, things that she saw that maybe she thought she would have a hard time with. And then I would have Mary do the same thing. She would read a passage and I would provide corrective feedback for her. One of the things that we heard time and time again is that better readers make better writers. So if we can see Mary's fluency increase, then I think eventually we would see her writing increase also. Thank you so much for listening.